Avinish, Prakash, Archana, everybody can hear me. Okay, so we'll start now. See, if you look at the chemistry section, we'll be dividing this section into some topics, right? If you see, the basic topic that we'll cover will be focusing around the states of matter, right? Then, because the questions are very basic, right? If you remember, this time there was a question on the states of matter also, right? Then we'll cover how many of you have given the GS exam this year, the prelims part? Has anyone of you given that? So the questions were very basic, right? But क्या है कि these kind of things we tend to forget. Okay, so we'll be covering very basic parts of state of matter, states of matter, atoms and molecules, the structure of atom, in which there are various models, right? Then we'll see chemical reaction and equation because there was a question on mole concept also this year. Okay. Then there is acid, bases, and salt. Basically, questions around the nature of acid, the pH value, right? Then metals and non-metals, carbon and its compound, which is also an important topic. This is actually a whole branch of chemistry called organic chemistry, right? We'll see what are the various main groups, like what is alcohol, what is aldehyde, what is ketone, what is carboxylic acid, because questions tend to be focusing around that part, and the hybridization of sp, sp2 and sp3, where you get single, double and triple bonds in carbon, right? And then little arrangement of atom, we'll see what is the nature of elements. On the nature of elements only, there is a periodic table that has been like designed. Modern periodic table आप सबने देखी होगी, but initially it started from the Mendeleev periodic table and that slowly it got progressed, right? Then there are some natures around the, or you can say some characteristic of periodic table that around the, if you go along the period, the size will decrease, right? So ये सब चीजें, what is electronegativity, these all things we'll see. Okay, everybody okay with the syllabus? सब समझ में आया? Now what we are doing is, these are the questions. These are, see, 10 questions. As you see, all the students that will be sitting in this examination have done MSc, right? So the questions on, I have made there's a video also in YouTube which tells us that there are 30 questions, right? 10 from physics, 10 from chemistry, and 10 from biology, right? So this alone covers a lot of marks, right? But the questions are very basic, as you can see, right? The force of attraction. Then there's this based on the state of physical state at room temperature, density distribution, right, in solid, liquid, and gas, and some basic questions. So अगर ये क्वेश्चन आप देखोगे तो आपको ये तो पता रहेगा कि क्वेश्चन इज वेरी इजी, बट इफ यू हैव नॉट रिवाइज इट इनफ या आपको भूल गया है, सो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी कॉस्टिंग यू अ नेगेटिव मार्क, बिकॉज आप करके तो आओगे इसको बिकॉज यू आर साइंस स्टूडेंट, बट बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजें गलत हो जाती हैं, right? So we'll focus on that. Okay, Pramilton, are you able to hear me? So this is how it's going to be like. So we'll start with the very first topic, which is states of matter. Okay, is everybody ready? We'll start the class now. Okay, just give me a heads up so that I can begin. Okay, so if we basically look at the nature that we see around us, right? It is made up of, everything around us we see is made up of matter, right? The air that we breathe, the food that we eat, right? Everything is made up of matter, right? So when we talk about physical nature of matter, right? Physical nature of matter, we say matter is made up of particles, right? That's what we say. Matter is made up of particles. But earlier there were two school of thoughts, right? The first school of thought said that the matter is made up of a continuous block. Matter is made up of continuous block, what, like a wood plank, right? And there was another school of thought that said that it is made up of particles, but it is made up of very small particles, right? Like sand, made up of small particles. That means if you zoom into any structure that you see, and if you zoom enough, you'll find that it is made up of very very small particles, right? फिर उसके बाद कई और डिस्कवरीज हुई which tells us that matter is made up of atoms. फिर it further decomposed into or disintegrated, and it was told that it is made up of electrons and protons. Finally, we know that matter is made up of very small particles, right? Is this clear, everyone? Now, this is very evident if you see in this experiment. Let's say there is some water and you add some salt. After some time, the salt पहले तो वो नीचे जाके it will settle at the bottom, but if you stir it continuously, it will get dissolved inside the whole water, right? Now, if you look closely, what is happening? The particles of salt is occupying the space between the particles of water. In this case, we'll call it molecules of water, right? So because of this, now अगर ये the first school of thought which said the matter is a continuous block, this is not possible, right? If it had been a continuous block, you cannot get a very homogeneous mixture of two different particles, right? If you're getting a homogeneous mixture, like a particle is with the like salt is dissolved in water, in that case salt is evenly distributed within the molecules of water or between the water molecules. That means that matter is not continuous. Yes or no? Is this making sense? अगर matter continuous होता, if matter would have been continuous, the salt should have not been able to go through the liquid. Yes or no? Archana? Prakash? Is this making sense? So matter is made up of small particles. Okay? This is the very basic here. Okay? Now, when we look, if I ask you a question, how small are these particles of matter? Right? What is the size of these particles of matter? Right? So then we know कि अगर आप किसी भी body को देखते हो, you can divide it into various molecules. Then let's say we look at water, right? Now, if you're looking at water, if I ask you what is the smallest unit of water, you will say H2O, right? Because oxygen is bonded by two hydrogen molecules, two hydrogen atoms, right? This is the structure of water. Now, if you see water in liquid state, that means other molecules are also attracted to this. They are together, ना ये एक साथ हैं. That's why they are in the liquid form, right? So there is some attraction between the molecules also, right? In this case, we call it hydrogen bonding, right? So if I ask you what is the smallest possible unit, if you have to keep it in water form, the smallest possible unit is H2O. But H2O is also made up of hydrogen and oxygen. If I dig deep down, oxygen is made up of electrons and protons and neutrons, right? This is the basic, very basic, is the smallest part of matter, because we know there is a mass of electron also, though it is very less, right? It is order of 10 raised to the power minus 21 or 23 kgs, which is very, very small, right? Protons and neutrons carry the maximum mass, right, in an atom. So ये समझ में आ रहा है आपको कि matter can be converted into smallest form, और matter is made up of very small form of particles. वैसे तो अब बहुत और particles भी आ गए हैं, like there is neutrino, anti-neutrino also, but वो भी research stage में ही है, right? So is this clear? That matter can be divided up till electron and proton level, right? I hope this is making sense. Now, another thing that you see, let's say if I ask you ki dissolve salt in water, okay? You will dissolve it. If I ask you to add more salt and dissolve, it will also get dissolved. But after some time, at some given temperature, if you add more salt, it will not get dissolved in water, right? It will not get dissolved in water means the salt is no longer capable of occupying any space because all the space is already filled. Is this making sense? All the space is already filled. That's why no extra salt can be dissolved, right? But if you heat this, if you start heating it this up, you can dissolve some more salt in it. Have you ये notion आपको पता है? Have you read about this? Do you know it? That if you increase the temperature, you will be able to dissolve a little more salt in that water, right? Can anyone guess what is the reason behind it? Why it will happen? Why increasing temperature will allow you to dissolve a little more salt? Everybody, I want everyone to participate. Intermolecular space बढ़ जाएगी. What I say is that there will be increase in intermolecular space. Prakash, Saubhagya, Shivashish, I want everyone to contribute so that देखो क्या होगा, because if you interact, no, you will remember this, okay? Otherwise it will be difficult, क्योंकि ये चीजें पूछ लेते हैं तो ये discussion याद आ जाएगा आपको. You will remember this discussion, okay? H bond broken, hydrogen bond breaks, okay? Increase in temperature increases stability due to increase in temperature increases solubility due to intermolecular space. All right. Intermolecular space अगर बढ़ जाएगा तो there will be, so intermolecular space, this is the effect of increasing temperature, right? But what is the cause? When you increase temperature, what happens? You are increasing the energy of the molecule, right? Energy in the sense you are giving it more energy and the molecules gets excited. So it will vibrate with a higher force or it will move with a higher velocity around the beaker. तभी आप देखते हो when water starts to boil, it tries to come up, right? Why? Because it has a very high energy now. And जो surface पे molecules हैं, they will feel less attraction from bottom and they can leave the beaker. इतनी high energy हो जाती है कि they convert into gas and they leave the beaker. So because the velocity has increased, they are moving more rapidly, uh, with more, or you can call it a Brownian motion. Random motion होता है, but the speed is high. So in that case, there is some increased molecular space between the molecules, and you can dissolve still more salt in it, right? So it is basically the nature of matter. The nature of matter is such that first some points is discussion. Say the point that we are taking out is first thing, matter is made up of particles. Okay. Second thing, the nature of that particle depends on temperature and pressure, right? यहाँ पे we can say particles, you can break it down up to molecule. Molecule can be broken down up to atom. An atom finally is made up of electrons, protons, and neutrons. Now, the question is, what is the state of matter? How do you define states of matter? The three states of matter, जो general हम बोलते हैं, states of matter, solid, liquid, and gas, right? How do you define something is solid, or how do you define something is liquid? Anyone? How do you define that something is liquid? What are the points that it can flow solid? So if I ask you, give me some point which are specific for solids. If I ask you, what are the points that make them solid? On the basis of ability to flow, okay? If they are able to flow, they are not solid. It does not change its shape. So see, when we talk about solid, there are few points which are fixed. That is, it have a definite shape. ये सही बोला. They have a definite shape, right? Second thing, they have a distinct boundary. They have a distinct boundary. And third thing is that they have a fixed volume. Okay? Everybody agree to this? These three are conditions of a solid. But now if I quickly move to liquid, which of the following characteristic will not be present? Think, which of the following characteristic will not be present? Definite shape नहीं होगा, right? They don't have a definite shape, no definite shape. Then will the volume be fixed? Is the volume fixed? Okay, volume will be fixed. Liquids are also incompressible, Avnish, to some extent. बहुत ही कम compressible होता है. ठीक है? So they don't have a definite shape but have a fixed volume, right? If they don't have a definite shape, will they have a distinct boundary? No. So there is no distinct boundary. Liquid will take the shape of the vessel in which it is kept. Okay? So these three will be the characteristic of liquid. What will be the characteristic of gas? When I say gas, there is another state of matter. What do you understand? What are the properties of gas? Gases are they compressible? Are they compressible? Yes, right? They are extremely compressible, right? So write down highly compressible. First point, very important point. Highly compressible, right? You can compress the gas to occupy a very small volume, and volume of the gas is equal to the volume of the vessel used. जो हमने jar वाला example देखा था. That point gets covered in compressible, right? If it is yes or no? ठीक है? But point is कि are these the only states of matter present? Are these the only three states of matter? We'll see about it, but before that, can you tell me what will be the arrangement of this? We'll see, Prakash. Okay. How do we define density? How do we define density? It is mass per unit volume. Mass per unit volume. Okay. Now see, gas के लिए हमने क्या बोला था? The volume of gas can be anything, right? It can be very high, right? The volume of gas is equal to the volume of the container. So the density of the gas, if it is allowed to, is depends on the volume it is occupying. Yes or no? Yeah, option below cotton is iron. Cotton and iron. Sorry for that. Okay? But we'll do this question. But before that, tell me, will in generally the density of gas will be high or low? In general, the density of gas will be high or low? It will be low because even though the mass of the gas you are taking is fixed, it can occupy any volume, right? If you leave it in the atmosphere, it will get dispersed around the atmosphere, right? So if you talk about the density of gas, it is very, very low, right? Even 0.001, this is the density of the gas in atmosphere, right? It is occupying a very large volume, but the mass is very less, right? Okay. If you talk about liquid, volume is fixed, right? So the density of the liquid will be fixed. Yes or no? For liquid and solid, both, density will be fixed because the volume of the liquid is fixed. Yes, we just saw the volume of liquid is fixed. Shape is not fixed, but the volume is fixed. Density doesn't depend on the shape, is not dependent on the shape, right? Density is only dependent on mass and volume. So if the volume is fixed, will the density of a liquid be fixed? Yes or no? Everyone? Will the density of the liquid be fixed? Yes, it will be fixed, right? And that is why we say density of water is around 1, right? Density of mercury is different. Different liquid will have different density, but density will be fixed. Now, ये हम समझ गए कि volume is fixed for solid and gas, solid and liquid. Now, if I ask you for the same type of matter, let's say we are talking about, iron. ठीक है? Now tell me, iron will have more density in the liquid state or iron will have more density in the solid state? Solid state. Why do you say so? Why do you think? What is the reason that iron density in solid is more? Because let's say the amount of iron is same, right? The mass of iron that we have taken is same. Let's say 10 grams, right? If you convert it into liquid, what you're doing, you are giving it some energy. Yes, so mass is fixed, but the volume of solid will be less, or you can say the volume of liquid iron will be more than the volume of solid iron. Why? Because liquid is at a higher energy state, right? उससे ज़्यादा होगा, उससे ज़्यादा हो जाएगा गैस का, right? If you convert iron into gas, but that needs a very high energy. ठीक है? So is this clear? Now try to arrange the following in the order of the increasing density. Okay, this is first. I am giving numbers, you write the order. आप 1 2 3 4 के फॉर्म में देना, right? 3, water is 4, chalk is 5, cotton is 6, and iron is 7. You have to write in increasing order of density. What will be the order? Everyone attempted. Archana, Sriraj, Saubhagya, everybody try to attempt this. Arrange the following in the increasing order of the density. 1 2 4 3 6 5 7. 2 1 4 6 3 5 7. Okay. Others? Avnish? Archana, you also try. Saubhagya? Taibi? Increasing order. Saubhagya, increasing order. Increasing order of density. Okay, let's do it. First, the confusion is between 1 and 2. Right? Exhaust from chimney and air. Achha, if I fix the volume, right? In this volume, I put air, and in same volume, I put exhaust from a chimney. Which one will have more mass? Solid particles is present in exhaust, so more mass will be present in the same volume. Higher, see, when we talk about density, आप जब बोल रहे हो ना, due to higher temperature the density will be less, in that you're saying कि because of high temperature the volume will increase, right? But यहाँ पे हम we are fixing volume and seeing किसका mass ज्यादा है, right? So of course air will be the first one. Then you have a higher density because number of particles in exhaust will be more. It will have particles which are normally not present in air. Air we have nitrogen, oxygen, right? So you have air, then you have exhaust. After that you have cotton. Acha, cotton or water में which will have high density? Between cotton and water, which one do you think will have high density? यस, यू हैव टू फिक्स द कंडीशन, तभी आप कंपेयर कर पाओगे, राइट? क्योंकि अगर आप ये बोल दो कि आयरन मेरा गैस फॉर्म में है, तो फिर कैसे चलेगा काम, राइट? यू हैव टू फिक्स वन कंडीशन एंड देन सी, राइट? इफ देखो, जो लोग कह रहे हैं ना कि एग्जॉस्ट इज हॉट, बट यू कैनॉट चेंज टेम्परेचर एंड प्रेशर, ऐसे तो फिर आई कैन से कि आयरन इज इन गैसियस स्टेट, तो फिर it doesn't really matter. Okay, what you have to understand is that some standard condition should be fixed and then you will compare, right? Otherwise there are too many variables. Water will have high density because cotton floats on water, right? And cotton is much lighter than water, so first cotton will come, right? So 6, then water 4, and then finally you have honey and iron. Of course it will be honey first and then iron. Is this clear to everyone? 1, 2, 6, 4, 5, 7. Now look at this question that was asked. This was the question that was asked in the, okay, chalk will be after water. Sorry. ठीक है, chalk डाल लो after water, after honey. तो chalk is number 5. तो हो तो गया water, chalk, iron. धीरज, ओके, नंबर 3 नहीं डाला मैंने. honey will be here 3 after water, right? Anyways, you understood the logic, right? This was the question that was asked this year in the prelims. Which is the correct option? Which one among this is the correct option? We have to correct sequence of substance having density in decreasing order. This is opposite. This is asking decreasing order. Now this becomes very easy, right? Iron, honey, water and air, right? So questions will be from very basic level, but just let's see. Now we have seen that there are 3 states of matter in general, but are there only 3 states? No, there are not 3 states of matter. This is the photo that is of 3 scientists, right? Can you name the one which is on the left side? Anyone can identify the person on the left side? This guy. His name is William Crookes, right? His name is William Crookes. In 1879, he discovered another state of matter. William Crookes. This state, he didn't name it. He gave the properties. The name which was given later was plasma. Okay. So this is, he showed that there is another state of matter which is plasma. We'll talk about it a little bit more. We don't have to get into the physics and dynamics of it, but because that is way beyond the scope of this exam. But we'll talk about the nature of it. This is Satyendra Nath Bose and this is Albert Einstein. Around early 20th century, around 1911, they discovered mathematically, they proved that there will be one more state of matter. One more state, they proved it. But at that time, there were no instruments to, to give it a shape, right? So they called that matter, it was called as Bose-Einstein, right? Bose-Einstein, the name of the matter. Right, it is a state of matter, Bose-Einstein state of matter. But what happened later, instruments were developed where you can decrease the temperature and condensate it, right? See, condensate kya hota hai? When you collect something as a precipitate, you call it condensate. So इसको बोलने लगे the state was called as Bose-Einstein condensate. Condensate is like condensation, right? So it was discovered by, so see the genius of them. Even though in 1911, around 1911, there were, yeah, the instruments were not there that can create this state of matter. But the confidence of this guy, they told that there will be a state of matter that will exist. Even if you can't make it now, there is a state of matter that can be achieved. And they named it Bose-Einstein condensate. Later in 1995, as late as 1995, the first Bose-Einstein condensate was made. So finally, it comes down that there are 5 states of matter. As you can see, if you go from lower energy to higher energy, the lowest energy state is the Bose-Einstein condensate. Then a higher energy state is solid. If you keep on heating, it becomes liquid. Then you keep on heating, it becomes gas. Finally, it becomes plasma. So what are plasma? As you can see, it is a high energy state. Plasma will be like hot gases, right? But इसमें होता क्या है? If you increase the energy, the electrons will leave the atom, right? And they will freely float in the space. Normally, what do we see? Normally, we see these electrons are combined with are in gravitational field, or you can say electronic field, electrostatic field, which they are combined or they are revolving around the nucleus, right? But if you give enough energy, the electron has energy enough to leave the system, right? That state is called as plasma state. Is this clear? Have you seen neon lights? Neon lights देखिए आपने? It is in front of some shops. You can see neon lights. They are glowing in the dark, right? What they do? They create a space inside it and they provide electrical discharge from the opposite ends, right? So electricity flows through this space. And because of this flow क्यों करती है? Because these electrons are free to move. So normally there are gases. Different gases are used for different colors, right? You can see red color neon, blue color neon lights, right? What happens? Inside that space, the gas becomes ionized. And in the ionized state, the electrons are now free. When they are free, they can conduct electricity. And because of that conduction, they are at very high energy. And when at very high energy, they emit light. And that is the neon light that we see. That is the plasma state, right? The northern lights that we see, the sun, inside the sun, most of the matter is in the plasma state. So you understood, right? Important thing is free electrons. Okay? Is this making sense, everyone? Saubhag, Archana, Udai? So this state can be maintained for a long time. That's why it was, जो ऐसा नहीं है ना, थोड़ी देर के लिए मेंटेन कर सकते हैं, तो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज plasma state. Another state is Bose-Einstein matter. Now this is a very cold, ये plasma बहुत high energy है. This is a very low energy state, right? 1995 में two scientists, Cornell and Wieman, they finally created condensate, but it was Bose and Einstein who proved that there will be one more state that is possible. Is this clear? Now can we answer this question? This question was also from prelims this year. The number of states of matter known so far is 5, right? Bose-Einstein condensate, solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. Is this clear, everybody? So answer will be 5. So this is how you are going to cover the topics. Okay, थोड़ा आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let's understand a little bit more about the matter. Can matter change its state? Do you think matter can change its states? Of course, we all have seen water, right? And I'll explain you the curious case of water. But before that, let's see. Solid converting into liquid if you heat it, and liquid converting into gas if you heat it further, right? लिक्विड डायरेक्टली कमिंग ये सॉलिड डायरेक्टली गैस में भी जा सकता है, right? Solid directly going to gas is called as sublimation, right? And liquid going to gas is called vaporization, and solid going to liquid is called fusion, right? Is this making sense? In physics, maybe you will study that there is a heat that is released when solid is converting to liquid, that is called as latent heat of fusion, right? Latent heat क्या होता है? The heat that do not raise temperature, it only helps in converting one matter to another, that is called as latent heat. Now latent heat can be of fusion, latent heat can be of vaporization, right? Or can be sublimation. Sublimation is directly solid to gas. Is this clear? So matter can be changed from one state to another, but for that you have to vary the amount of energy, or you can vary the amount of temperature and pressure. Because see, temperature and pressure are basically the main you can say variables that can control the state of matter. Is this making sense, everyone? Now there is this ammonium chloride example में देखो, ammonium chloride is a solid that directly converts into, without going into liquid state, if you heat it, it directly converts into gas. The process is called as sublimation. What is one another example of this sublimation? Solid directly converting to gas. Camphor, right? Camphor क्या होता है? अच्छा बताओ, what is the source of camphor? Camphor कहाँ से मिलता है? Anyone? From where do you get camphor? Don't tell from the shop. Right? From what is the source of camphor? Is it a plant, or it is manufactured in the lab, in some industry, in medical industries? Camphor comes from a plant, right? There's a tree. It's called Cinnamona camphora, right? And this camphor is actually, tell me, would you think what is the formula of camphor? Matlab, is it a organic, inorganic? What will be the answer of this question? This question was also from this year prelims. The question that you see is also from this year prelims. Tell me, what will be the answer of this question? Everybody, Avnish, which of the following statement is correct about camphor and ammonium chloride? Because these two are the ones which stand out in examples. Both are organic compounds. Of course, ammonium chloride is inorganic, right? Organic compound definition is that it should have a CH bond. There is no C only, right? Camphor is an organic compound. Camphor has a formula of C10H16O. Camphor is C10H16O. So these two options are wrong. Camphor is an element. Of course, camphor is not an element, right? Camphor is a compound. Wrong. So answer is C. Is this clear? Both of them undergo sublimation. Most of the time you will know camphor, right? Ammonium chloride you might not know. So these things you need to revise. These things we'll take care of it. Point is कि questions will come around this, right? अगर आपको ये पता होता कि camphor is organic, तब भी then also you can do this question correctly, right? But by eliminating three options, you can do this question correctly, right? But it's good to know the direct answer. Is this making sense, everyone? Okay. Now, because see, because questions are coming from the changing states of matter, let us discuss about the case of water. This is very important because water is a chemically it is very nicely known that it has a formula which is H2O. But do we really know about the structure of water? Let's see. In this direction, I'll make a line. In this direction, I'll be increasing the temperature. Okay. In this direction, the temperature will increase. Okay. Temperature is increasing. You have to tell me, and let's say this is 0 degrees Celsius. This is the point of 0 degrees Celsius or 273 Kelvin. Okay. Now tell me in which, तो यहीं पे division बना लेते हैं. 0 degrees Celsius is one division and 100 degrees Celsius is one other division. Okay. 100 degrees Celsius. So in which state do you think water will be present? Less than 0 degrees Celsius. Now one thing you have to fix here, we are fixing pressure. Pressure is 1 atmosphere. Make sure. This we have fixed. I'll tell you what will happen if we'll change the pressure also. Okay? But let me explain this first. In this zone, at 1 atmosphere and temperature is less than 0 degrees Celsius, what state of matter will you see? For water. For water की जगह अब मैं H2O लिख देता हूँ. Because water liquid ही होता है. H2O. Everyone? Which state of matter will you see? Ice or solid? Okay. Here in this zone we'll see water. And here I'll see gas, or you can say water vapor. Okay. Now, if ice has a density rho I, water has a density rho W, and vapor has a density rho vapor, tell me which option is correct. First option. Vapor. Second option. I want everyone to answer. And fourth option. Tell me, which of the following option is correct? This is solid, this is liquid, and this is gas. Hamilton, Mohit, Prakash. Second, Saubhagya also second. So even though, यहाँ पे ये समझो, even though water in solid state, normally we have seen the density of solid is greater than density of liquid, which is greater than the density of gas. Right? In most of the cases, in most of the substances, you will see this option will hold true. Right? Solid, liquid, gas. But in case of water, because as water converts from liquid to gas, as it converts from a liquid to solid, what happens? The structure of water has some hydrogen bonds inside it, right? This hydrogen bonds increases the volume. So normally when you go from a liquid to solid state, volume decreases. But in case of water, this is a special case. When you go from liquid to solid, then volume increases by 10%. Volume will increase by 10%. Okay? So the mass is same. Volume of ice is more than the volume of water. Clear? So volume of ice, if it is more than the volume of water, then density of ice will be less than density of water. Density of water will be more than the density of ice, right? And gas mein to volume of gas is highest, right? So gas will be the least. So second option is correct. Everybody is following? The higher volume of ice is because of this structure of water, right? This structure of water is full of hydrogen bonds, and the arrangement is such that there are void spaces between them, and because of that arrangement it has a slightly high volume, right? So acha, another question, what is the maximum density of ice of water? Maximum density of H2O, let's say, pure. You don't have to add any impurity in it. Pure H2O will have the highest density of 1 gram per cc, right? 1 gram per cc is the maximum density H2O can achieve, and it will achieve this in the liquid state. If the pressure is 1 atmosphere, this question is again important. If the pressure is 1 atmosphere, at what temperature do you think it will attain the maximum density? At 4 degrees Celsius, right? At 4 degrees Celsius, it has nothing to do with, it has everything is to do with the temperature here, because see, when you say density is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius, the assumption is that pressure is 1 atmosphere, right? This is inherently true. We are not changing the pressure, right? Because pressure can change the density. For 1 atmospheric pressure, the temperature of water at 4 degrees Celsius will show maximum density of 1 gram per cc. Is this making sense to everyone? Right? यहाँ पे I have to talk about, let's say, triple point of water. Have you heard of this? Triple point of water? Because if I address this thing here, it will be solidified in your mind. Okay. So let me just show you that. If I make a graph between pressure and temperature, let's say, this is the temperature axis, and this is the, normally pressure is axis is on the y axis. Okay. Now if I have to make states of matter for water, state of matter for water, you can see there is a special point called triple point of water. Okay. So before that, yeah. So you start with here like this. This is the point, and then a line goes like this. Wait. It goes start from here and goes like this. And another point is a curve. So that curve goes like this. Right? This graph shows you the state of matters. Right? Here, this is the point where it is liquid. This is the point where it is gas. And this is the point where ice is, the water is ice. Okay? Everybody, can you see this graph? This is pressure and this is temperature. Right? Now, for 1 atmospheric pressure, हमने जो अभी किया, what we did right now is at that point we have fixed the pressure, right? At 1 atmosphere. So if I fix the pressure at 1 atmosphere, let's say I'm fixing the pressure at 1 atmosphere. This is 1 atmosphere. Okay, and I'm fixing the pressure here. That's what we have seen right now. जो मैंने explain किया just before this. What I did, this is 1 atmospheric pressure, right? And at 1 atmospheric pressure, ice converts into liquid at what temperature? So this will be some temperature, right? This. And this will be some temperature. So the assumption there was that pressure is 1 atmosphere, and then in that case, ice liquid is at 0 degrees Celsius, this interface, and water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. But this is not always true. As we go to the higher mountainous areas, if you go to the high mountain area, let's say here, will be the pressure less than 1 atmosphere or more than 1 atmosphere? The pressure will be greater than 1 atmosphere or it will be less than 1 atmosphere? Low. Low क्यों होगा? Because more than 1 atmosphere, Avnish, it will be less than 1 atmosphere. Why? Because you see, as you go high in the atmosphere, in the same volume, the number of atoms or number of molecules of air becomes less, right, Avnish? As you are going high, then because molecules have some weight, right? As you go high, the amount of molecules in the same volume will become less, right? And if it becomes less, it will exert less pressure. So pressure is less than 1 atmosphere, right? So let's say we decrease the pressure. Okay? If we are decreasing the pressure, we'll come around here. Yes or no? Everybody okay with this? We have decreased the temperature, decreased the pressure. Now decreasing the pressure, see, now the ice and liquid interface is here. That means now ice will get, or liquid will get converted into ice at a higher temperature or a lower temperature. Tell me. Yes. Now at a temperature which is more than 0 degrees Celsius, at that temperature only the liquid will convert into ice. And boiling, let's see. Boiling कहाँ पे होती है? It will be, water will boil at less than 100 degrees Celsius. Can everybody see this? Is this becoming obvious? Right? And that is why food takes longer time. Food will take longer time to get cooked at the higher altitudes. Yes or no? If you're cooking it directly. So the pressure is less. Right? So water jaldi boil kar jayega. You will not have much energy. At lower temperature only it will boil. Is this making sense? Now if you increase the temperature, increase the pressure. So let's say you are increasing the pressure. Okay. Let's say you have come here. This. If you are increasing the pressure, what will happen? Now the water will get converted into ice at a temperature which is less than 0 degrees Celsius. Everybody of you is a geology student here, right? Yes or no? If you are a geology student, you must know this phenomena. कहाँ पे होता है ये? Where does this phenomena happens? Liquid converts to ice at a temperature less than 0 degrees Celsius. Where does this happens in geology? Prakash, Saubhagya, where does this happen in geology? Anyone? Crystallization behavior of magma. I'm talking about water. Sabhag, I'm talking about water, liquid to ice. This graph. This is exclusively for water. Mars. Frost wedging. No, not frost wedging. I'm talking about this point. You see this point? The water is converting into ice at a temperature less than 0 degrees Celsius. Can everybody see the temperature is negative here in degrees Celsius? Not eutectic point. No. I'm asking physically where it happens. Listen. Have everybody seen glacier? Glacier देखा है सबने? मतलब सुनना तो होगा ही, देखा नहीं हो अगर. Everybody heard of glacier? Now see, this is the glacier, let's say. ठीक है? At some point, the glacier will be in contact with the surface. Yes or no? Okay. The pressure at this point, tell me, will it be more than 1 atmosphere or less than 1 atmosphere? It will be more than 1 atmosphere or much more. Pramilton, it will be much more than 1 atmosphere. तो यहाँ पे होगा. ये जो पूरे glacier, the weight of the glacier will add up at this point, which will be much higher than the, right? So what you are doing, you have and this is what? यहाँ पे ये ice है ना? The bottom part of the glacier is ice. So tell me, do you understand that this ice is at a very high pressure? Yes or no? And this ice which is at a very high pressure, will this ice convert to liquid at 0 degrees Celsius or at a negative temperature? See, at a very high pressure, ice is converting to liquid at a negative temperature. Can you see? This is 0 degrees Celsius, right? This will be negative. Is everybody okay with this? Right? This negative temperature that you see, right? This negative temperature is happening this at this point where pressure is very high. So now let's say you are at polar areas. At polar areas, the temperature is less than 0 degrees Celsius, or let's say at very high altitude, जैसे सियाचिन ग्लेशियर वगैरह है. At high altitude, the temperature will be less than 0 degrees Celsius. Yes or no, Shiraj? Saubhagya? But even at that point, from this graph, you can see even at that point, if the pressure is high, ice will convert to liquid. Even at negative temperatures, the ice will convert to liquid because of high pressure acting downwards. Yes or no? And that is why even at less than 0 degrees Celsius, the ice here converts into water. And when it converts into water, it starts slipping, because if there is water, there will be slipping, or very slow motion of glacier will start in this direction. Yes or no? The glacier will start to move in this direction if there is melting at this point, at the base. Yes or no? This is the reason why glacier moves, right? And this process is called as regulation. The melting of ice at a temperature less than 0 degrees Celsius is a regulation. Okay? Is this making sense, everyone? So states of matter, अब ये सबको समझ में आया? 3 different temperatures, 3 different pressures, 1 atmosphere, much more than 1 atmosphere and less than 1 atmosphere, how the behavior of water will change? This point here you see is called triple point of water. Right? If you slightly increase the, keeping the, let's say if at this point, if we keep the pressure constant, let's see, it is like this, right? If you are at this point and you are increasing the pressure, or let's say you are increasing the temperature, keeping the pressure constant, what will happen? It will move in this direction. If you are increasing temperature, right, from here it will directly convert into gas. If you slightly increase the pressure and increase the temperature also, from here you can directly go into liquid. Yes or no? You can directly go into liquid here. Slight increase in pressure and increase in temperature, right? If you decrease the temperature, keeping the pressure constant, it will convert to ice. Can you see from this point, it can directly go into ice, liquid and gas just by changing the pressure and temperature? Can everybody see this? This is called as triple point of water. Okay? Is this making sense, everyone? Yes? So this is how we are going to understand this. I hope this is making sense, and this has, you have understood that matter ka state is highly dependent on temperature and pressure. We talked in detail about water. For other solids or liquids, it will be same, right? For solid, the density will be lowest. For liquid, density will be a little, density will be highest for solid, a little more, little less for liquid, and very less for gas. ठीक है? I hope this is making sense. Everybody, right? The change of pressure can have different effects on the state of matter and change of temperature also, right? Now there is another thing which is called as evaporation. If we talk about water, it is called evaporation. Changing pressure and temperature. Call it. Let's talk about evaporation. What is evaporation? Tell me, anyone tell me, what do you mean when you say evaporation? What is the definition of evaporation? What is evaporation? Changing of, transformation of water vapor in change of temperature. Okay. If we change temperature, evaporation will happen. एवापोरेशन केवल वाटर का होता है? Okay, in case of water, tell me, in case of water, I want this answer from everyone. In case of water, at what temperature does evaporation occur? What is the temperature at which evaporation happens in water? At what temperature does evaporation happens? 100 degrees Celsius. It evaporates in all temperature. Ocean, even at 18 degrees Celsius, this happens. Avnish, above 100 degrees Celsius. Saubhagya, 100 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees Celsius in case of 1 atmosphere. Others, Shiraj, 100 degrees Celsius. Shibashish, all temperature above 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. Chalo, let's see. First, let me define what is evaporation. See, changing from solid directly to gas, वो sublimation है, right? Okay, I got it, Prakash. Let's see. There is a liquid, right? Let's say जो लोग 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस बोल रहे हैं, यहां पे देखो, there is a surface, जैसे the surface of your table, ठीक है? You are sitting somewhere, let's say that's a table, and in that table there is a drop of water, right, at 10 a.m. in the morning. You come at 5 p.m. and it's a summer season. At 5 p.m. will this drop of water still be there? At 10 a.m. there is a drop of water on the table. At 5 p.m. in the evening, and it is a summer time, will this drop of water be still there? Have you understood the question, everyone? Am I making myself clear? Question clear है सबको? Hello? Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay, so question is very simple. There is a drop of water on the table in the morning. Till the evening in the summer season, will this drop of water still be there? No. Okay. It will not be there. That is true. But did the surface of the table at any time from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. reached 100 degrees Celsius? Did the surface of the table reach 100 degrees Celsius at any time during the morning till evening? No, it has not reached 100 degrees Celsius. Then the student that have given the answer as 100 degrees Celsius, आप ये समझ गए कि the temperature doesn't have to be at 100 degrees Celsius for evaporation to happen? You understand that evaporation can happen at all temperatures. At all temperatures in which the matter is in liquid form. So any temperature which is less than the boiling point, in case of water it is 100 degrees Celsius for 1 atmosphere. All the temperatures which is less than 100 degrees Celsius, at all these temperature there will be evaporation continuously going on. But if I heat this temperature, let's say if I heat this surface, will the drop vaporize? Yeah, will get evaporated quickly? Yes or no? So what you have done by increasing temperature, what you do? You increase the rate of evaporation. Is this making sense? You are increasing the rate of evaporation. Evaporation was happening. Evaporation to ho raha tha. Evaporation was going on. But you increase the rate of atmosphere by giving more energy to the molecule. And when you give more energy, what you are doing? You are actually making it more and more random, and it tries to leave the system, and it leaves easily if the energy is high. So heat will no doubt increase the rate of evaporation. But let's say if I don't have this, I don't have any equipment to heat the surface. How can I increase the rate of evaporation now? Let's say I want to increase the rate of evaporation, but I don't have any heating source. That means I cannot increase the temperature. What else I can do? Anyone? What else I can do? Spread the area. Okay. What else? Anyone else? Spread the area. Okay. Decrease the pressure. Okay. So if I decrease the pressure, what will happen? See, if you are increasing the area, see, there are molecules which are here at this level. They are not exposed to the atmosphere. Yes or no? If you spread this drop, the water will be spread over this whole area now. Yes or no? The water is spread over this whole area. That means more molecules are exposed directly to the atmosphere. So it is easy for them to leave. Yes or no? Debashish, you said correctly that if you increase the pressure, if you increase the surface area, more molecules will be directly able to leave the surface in the vapor form. This is correct. So you can increase the surface area for increasing the rate of evaporation. Clear? If you decrease the pressure also, but for decreasing the pressure, you need a lot of equipment. Isko pehle you have to cover it with a jar, right? Then yahan pe you have to put a vacuum tube. Then in that case, it can increase the evaporation process. Clear, everyone? So evaporation will happen at all temperatures less than the boiling point. Remember this. This is called evaporation. Evaporation will happen at all temperatures at all temperature less than the boiling point of the liquid. Remember this. This is the definition, right? Below its boiling point. I hope this is clear. Now, if you have to increase the rate of evaporation, first cheese, as Shibashish pointed out, you can increase the surface area. Okay? Second, you first मैंने बताया था increase the temperature. Increase the temperature, the evaporation rate will become higher. Increase the surface area, the evaporation rate will become higher. Third thing, if you decrease humidity, if you are decreasing humidity, what will happen? Humidity क्या होता है? Humidity is the amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere. Vapor present in the atmosphere. If you decrease humidity, that means you are taking out vapor from the air or water vapor from the air. So this water vapor on the surface will try to fill it because air is present all around the vapor, around this drop. Yes or no? Air is present all around this drop. So if you blow air, let's say you blow this air and dry air comes here. Now dry air has the capacity to take more water. So this rate will increase. It will quickly absorb all this molecules of water. Is this making sense? So rate of evaporation बढ़ाने के क्या क्या तरीके हैं? First, increase temperature, because this can be in options. This question can be asked with options: increasing temperature, increasing surface area, decreasing humidity. You're decreasing the amount of humidity. What else? If you increase the wind speed, write down, if you increase the wind speed, that means if the air above the molecule is full of vapor, you increase the wind speed, so this wind will go away and another dry wind will take its place. Then more evaporation, then you remove this also. So if the wind is continuously blowing, it will increase the rate of evaporation. Yes or no? Everybody. So these are the four factors. जब pressure constant है, pressure is constant, at that point you can increase temperature, increase surface area, decrease humidity, and increase wind speed to increase the overall rate of evaporation. I hope this is making sense to everyone here. Shaubhagya, Prakash, Shiraj. So this is very basic, because these questions are the ones which are probable to be asked, right? They will give you four options in which they will ask which of them is correct for which of them will increase evaporation, rate of evaporation, right? Because see, states of matter say there are two to three questions that came from this point, from this topic, the states of matter. Okay, so need to pay more attention on this. Is this making sense? Right? So this is the first class. I'm trying to, because iske baad you have to see mixtures, right? Mixtures and solutions. Mixture and solutions. Right? In solution, we will see concentration, moles, and everything. In mixture, there is alloy, there is amalgam, there is emulsions, right? So I'll tell you what is the exact definition of alloy, what is exact definition of emulsion, what is amalgam, right? And examples of those, which are important ones, which can be directly asked. I'm stopping the class. We'll see tomorrow. We'll continue in the next class. Okay, chalo, take care. We'll try to finish this and start new topics.